Hey guys, and welcome to the MegaMr46 Radio on a Sunday. And I'd say that we're closing in to this is the last day of February. As 29th is the leap year, which happens once every 4 years. But however, the one thing I'm not, the one thing that infuriates me is none other than, of course, this month of this year. Say, February is pretty much not the best year to be having because to start off with my birthday, however, which was going to be the best year of my life, or best birthday of my life, had turned into the worst birthday of my life, with my dad succumbing to COVID. And he's laid to rest in the home country of Mexico, even though, yeah, I'm a Mexican American, because I lost both of my parents, because and it was a week that before that I lost my mom, around the 7 years. But the Valentine's, yeah, it was, and of course, it's in the winter storm, however, got me into the new location because of the winter storm had shut off all the power and did damage to but once the power's back, the water's back, but it did damage so I'll be able to get in a new location very soon, different from where I am right now. But although that's a negative aspect about February out of the way, now we're getting into the positive with the COVID vaccine. The COVID vaccine going to be coming up, which of course is Johnson & Johnson. But even though it's same times, like minutes before my dad died, the best was Tom Brady winning 7 Super Bowls. That's never been done till now. An athlete winning 7. Of course. I mean, we have NASCAR drivers like Richard Petty, Dale Earnhardt, and Jimmy Johnson winning 7. And he beat the team he was drafted to, the New England Patriots. He beat the team he had started his legacy, and of course, and right before they were in the wild card and eliminated. Tom Brady has outranked every team of the NFL to win 7. How about that? But, okay, that's the negatives and the positives about February out of the way. Now we're going to be talking about is March Mayhem. The real reason I named it March Mayhem is not just because to avoid a cease and desist for the National College Athletics Association. But it's also because of Godzilla and King Kong about to square off against each other. And that's why back in 2019, I did a marathon of non-stop events like Star Wars. Of course, being Star Wars Celebration, which got me excited for The Rise of Skywalker, which that's been long overdue for me to do a review. And again, hey, that one is really complicit on my opinions. I didn't like it, but I don't hate it. It's just, complicit. But, there are some positives of that aspect and some of the negatives. But of course, Game of Thrones final season, the first three, in my opinion. Well, sure, say what you want about the final battle. I really like the final battle. But before the next three flushed down the toilet. And that's what I'm saying. This is right before that Game of Thrones, my excitement for that was flushed down the toilet. Sorry, that was my phone dropping, so yeah. Like I say. But, again, yeah, the reason I call it is because of the Godzilla versus, because of Godzilla and King Kong, the two behemoths. And of course, I had to do some recording on a Friday and schedule them on Tuesday, as I can't do it live, And I tried to look for a 2014 version of Godzilla. But I guess they took it out. But I guess HBO Max removed Godzilla. One with Bryan Cranston in that film. And at least we got a Game of Thrones actor for Godzilla, King of the Monsters. Then we got Loki, Nick Fury. And then, of course, Dr. Steve Brule. Or the actors. And as I was saying, yeah, right before someone called me, like I say, yeah, because, yes, there's you got Loki, Nick Fury, Captain Marvel, and one of the Nova Corps leader, who's also Calvin Jr. from Talladega Nights, and Dr. Steve Brule from Tim and Eric's awesome show, great job, and a spin-off series, check it out, with Dr. Steve Brule, who, in no secret, I am a fan of Tim and Eric. It's like I say, I'm a huge Tim and Eric fan. And it's no lie, everyone. But I'm saving my energy and my happiness for whenever I'm doing the show. But this is real. But, however, this is the real me. Speaking to everyone who listens. But, yeah. And right before, we're going to have two behemoths squaring off. Godzilla, King Kong, the battle for centuries. And it's been like 80 years since we had the last Godzilla versus Kong. But yeah, we're going to get Godzilla. But there's got to be a way for me to sub for Godzilla, the 2014 one. Since we're getting King of the Monsters. Since we're getting King of the Monsters. And we're going to get, however, those stars that are casted. Yeah, like I say. Yeah, Brie Larson. Before she became Captain Marvel, right before she became controversial, you got Tom Hiddleston, who was Loki and of course, or going to be returning as Loki. And you've got Samuel L. Jackson, who is in his 70s, even though looking like he's 50. But aside from that, there's other things to talk about. The Zack Snyder cut of Justice League. We already know that this film will be rated R. It ain't a Joss Whedon. This ain't a Joss Whedon film anymore, because that one is rated PG-13, and I thought it was good. Thought it was great, but like I say, but it will be no surprise that after seeing the trailer, that this will change my expectations. Because this one will change my expectation about Wonder Woman 84, and change my expectations of Joss Whedon's Justice League. But one I've been really wanting for a long time is an R-rated. It's an R-rated Justice League. Because we already had an R-rated version of Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice. Well, the theatrical release and the re-release. But we are, of course, getting to the next scene, however. We're going to get to the next scene. Yes, in WandaVision, the final episode will be on next March. Will be on this coming Friday in March. But after this, it'll be a recording, and then of course we're gonna skip a Marvel Tuesday because I don't keep up with topics like I used to. But, however, so there's not going to be a single Star Wars to talk about. But then again, like I say, I'm just doing this podcast not to show my support for any of them, like Star Trek, Star Wars, DC, Marvel. But this is a show and a fan I am, but of course, I will be talking about the, like, which also gets me, like, really, really mad, because like the Gina Carano firing, but to also show, this is why I'm doing this, to make sure I'm doing this podcast, not by money, I'm just doing this for a hobby. And of course, how about my fandom, however, But now I'm not talking trash about the fandom, just talking facts about, and my opinions on, not politics, but on, attacking, of course, and of course, my displeasure with Lucasfilm, but as for another time. But also, we're getting a new mini-series involving Bucky Barnes, aka Winter Soldier, and Sam Watson, or Wilson, aka the Falcon. Both of them played by Sebastian Stan and Anthony Mackie. As two of them, both of them, not just having a team up, not just in an action-packed team up, but also both of them to will Steve Rogers, FKA Captain America's shield, which contains vibranium. which Howard Stark had made, and of course, if you guys watched the Avengers Endgame, at the ending, Steve decided to retire the name Captain America and give that mantle to Sam, but it looks like Sam and Bucky will have to share the shield. Will share the shield. So, we're just going to make sure that those two, and then there's got to be some antics, and of course, we're heading to the events of said show, Captain Marvel. Oh, I'm sorry. Said show, Falcon and Winter Soldier. That's what I'm also. Yeah, so it's pretty much. So I'm going to find substitute for Godzilla. And no, I'm not talking about the Ron Emmerich, director of Stargate and Independence Day, and of course, Phantom of the Opera. Oh no, wait, that's Joel Schumacher. And The Patriot. Difference between those, I really like The Patriot. But with Paramount coming in anyway, Paramount Plus, think about doing some simultaneous stuff like for Star Trek at the daytime, and at the evening, Star Trek or Thirst Trek, which on Thursday I talk about Star Trek. Because like I always say, may the force be with you. On Thirst Trek, I always use "Live long and prosper," as quoted from the late Leonard Nimoy. And yes, it's no secret I'm also a Star Trek fan. I'm a huge one for TV shows, but movies I don't keep up with. I don't keep up with Star Trek movies. But TV series, I do. I do keep up with Star Trek TV series. With William Shatner and Leonard Nimoy, George Takei, and the rest of the cast. So, and yeah, I could do the Klingon song. So yeah, you may call me a nerd, but hey, I love being a geek. I love being a geek. But although I'm gonna have to check on Lower Deck. Well, because I'm not just a Star Trek fan, I'm a huge animation guy. So, and then I'm gonna go watch the Nickelodeon. Well, even though I might have to tone down the some swearing for the Nickelodeon one, because that's the channel for kids. But sure, I watch animation, like from Nick, Disney, well, Cartoon Network once, but not anymore, but Adult Swim for Rick and Morty. And yes, and Comedy Central for South Park. And yes, I watch South Park too. So, and I'm really looking forward to the South Park vaccine special. The South Park vaccine special with which is a follow-up to the South Park pandemic special. But I'm going to think about reviewing the pandemic special and, of course, the vaccine special because I lost my dad to COVID. And I also have a coworker who survived it. So on behalf of them, that I will review the pandemic special and the vaccination special. because, and I'm not saying that like, having everyone who's close to me, like a family member who I lost, and a coworker who survived COVID, but also as a South Park fan. This will be part of March Mayhem. Alright guys, that's going to be about it for this episode of MegaMr46 Radio. It's just this one. That's it. And I will see you guys next time. And as always, may the force be with you. Live long and prosper. Wear a mask. Practice social distancing. Get the vaccine. Get vaccinated. And as always, from me to you, stay safe.